So this video is a call out. It's going to be covering a problem that's existed pretty much forever, but there's been some really awful examples of it recently, and I want to, call out the people who are actively facilitating this and could do quite a bit better to crack down on it. So what is this problem exactly? Well, in May 2024, an unfortunate Steam user managed to get his $16,000 set of factory new Vice gloves scammed. Like a lot of scam victims, he appears to have wanted an insane price that no real trader would ever pay. As always, greed is what gets people scammed, but the interesting part is what happened next. The scammer started going around to all the big traders in the scene, hoping to sell his scam skin. And one by one, these traders told him to fuck off. Factory new Vices are not very common, and it's very easy to identify an individual set of them and figure out where they've come from, and people were immediately figuring out where this set had come from. And normally saw straight through the scammer's attempts to play dumb. Other people just told him to piss off, but literally days before Valve was able to swoop in with the ban hammer and annihilate this scammer, he was able to flog the gloves off to an account called Phoenix, and Phoenix proceeded to sell them on a very specific gambling site. Now, a lot of people are going to figure out which site this is, but for the purposes of this video, I'm going to call them roleplayclub.gg. Not long afterwards, on roleplayclub.gg, a random user managed to win a $70,000 payout. Very intelligently, he cashed it out rather than gambling it all away, picking up an extremely loaded inventory of skins. And one of these skins was a set of factory new Vice gloves, specifically the scammed factory new Vice gloves Phoenix had bought. Now, the new owner actually recognized these skins for what they were, and last time I spoke to him, he was trying to return them to their original owner. And you could see this as a kind of happy ending, but the truth is, the bad guy has gotten away here. If this scammer had been held up just a little bit longer, he would have gotten banned. And this Phoenix account that bought it off him was then able to launder the money from these gloves through roleplayclub.gg. And sure, it's nice the victim got his skins back in this case, but the vast majority of the time, it is not going to be happening. And this is all part of a system that allows scammers to easily and quickly cash out and carry on their trade. And I want to talk about how this system works and the relatively simple stuff that can be done to fix it. Now, we don't know exactly who Phoenix is, but a quick look at his inventory history reveals that he's a trader, specifically a type of trader who's selling on gambling sites. Now, selling on gambling sites can and will get you banned by Valve, so traders who do this use anonymous alts, which is part of the reason we don't know whose account this is. Now, to be clear, I'm not calling out gambling traders for using alts. I'm just calling out Phoenix for buying an obviously scammed skin. And we need to talk about the other part of the problem as well, the place where he sold it. If you're just an independent trader, your ability to shift skins is pretty limited. You need a marketplace to reach a wider market, and by selling skins on gambling sites, this gave Phoenix access to a huge amount of demand that allowed him to dispose of these scam gloves. And while normal sites will generally have strict KYC and stuff like that, gambling sites are less strict, and they provide a natural avenue to dispose of stolen skins. Now, Phoenix may not have actually known this skin was stolen when they bought, but either way, they clearly didn't check. And this is behavior that will get you banned by Valve if they catch you. For example, recently a kebab got trade banned, and I'm not talking about the YouTuber Furious. I'm actually talking about a dodgy trader who met an incredibly miserable fate at the end of Gaben's ban hammer. Immediately after he got banned, allegations started coming out that Kebab had been deliberately purchasing stolen skins. In particular, he purchased skins that had been stolen off a guy called Reverbs in a phishing scam in early February. The account that did the scam got banned, but not before he flogged the skins off to Kebab, and Kebab, allegedly, didn't really give a shit he bought a bunch of stolen skins. Not only that, on investigation, he's been accused of buying a lot of skins off other dodgy, suspicious looking accounts, and while I can't prove that these were all dummy accounts being used to sell him scam skins, Valve can. And Valve have decided to trade ban him, so it looks like they may have been scammed to me. But it is a murky area when it comes to banning people. Not everyone knows that they're buying scam stuff, and sometimes, particularly if an account has been hijacked, it can be completely impossible to tell. And Valve are quite lenient when it comes to banning people for this sort of stuff. This is likely what got Cinco initially banned, for example, but also led to his ban being reversed. For better or worse, Valve don't want collateral damage when it comes to this sort of stuff. But the flip side is, it's very rare for people laundering scam skins to get banned. Kebab is the exception, not the rule. So what's the fix here? Well, there's a lot that can be done to make it better. Firstly, people need to bring scams, especially big scams, to the public. A long time ago, someone in my DMs got a factory new Dragon Lore scammed off them. I could have made this public, but I didn't, which was unfortunate because 1 week later, the scammer sold the skin to someone I know. Someone who 100% would not have bought the skin if they knew it was scammed. And they would have known that if I'd bothered to tell people. Lesson learnt there. And while there are always going to be people who just don't care about buying scam skins and will just buy them regardless, raising awareness when large scams happen is important because it limits the options for scammers. If they have less people to sell to, it is going to take the scammers longer to get rid of the item. That increases the chances Valve will ban the scammers, and if there's less people buying scam skins, it becomes a lot easier for Valve to spot people like Kebab and ban them. But there's another element to this, which is where the call out comes into things. Phoenix sold his skins through a gambling site. That gambling site only lets a limited number of people sell skins for crypto on their platform, so they would know exactly who Phoenix is, and they have an extreme amount of power to crack down on people who use their platform to launder scam skins. They can dictate to their suppliers that scam skins aren't okay on the platform, and if someone's a repeated offender, they should ban them. I have zero delusions gambling is going anywhere whatsoever, but I would like sites to try and be good actors when it comes to this sort of stuff. There always will be small stuff that you can't catch, but when it comes to big scams, really expensive stuff like these vice clubs, there is a ton that can be done, and that is why I've made this video. Anyway, that's pretty much it for now. If you've enjoyed this vid, please like, comment, and subscribe, massively appreciated. Otherwise, trust the numbers, not your gut. I'm Heyzeus. Thanks for watching. See ya.